this far end of my career, one of the things I realize is that people give me a lot of credit for having learned from my experiences. When they hear that I worked at Nike for almost 30 years, for example, people say, wow. And then I can see it in their eyes. They're imagining all kinds of experiences I must have had and how smart I must be now for having had them. And as fun as that is, I'm just going to burst that bubble a little bit today and challenge this whole notion that we learn from our experiences. I mean, I've had some pretty good anecdotal evidence that as people, we don't learn from experience very well. And if you think about it, you probably do too. You might know someone in your group of friends, for example. It goes kind of like this. There's a guy, okay, it doesn't have to be a guy, but in my experience, it usually is the guy. And you've known him for a long time, and well, by now he's been married 3 times, and it just didn't work out each time. He doesn't really know why, except for bad luck, I guess. But all of us who are his friends, we pretty much know why. And the thing is, we can pretty much see what is happening, but try as we might, it seems like he never learns. In fact, that's what someone finally has the courage to say. I mean, here he comes to your holiday party, and he's got girlfriend number 4. And we can all pretty much see where this is going. Same story, just a different girl. And as she steps away for a minute, and he asks us, what do you think about her? Finally, one of us just looks at him and asks, haven't you learned anything? And so I say we don't learn from experiences, at least not automatically. Another example you might relate to if you've done much hiring. You get these resumes in and you sort out several candidates who look like they've got years of experience in the work arena you're looking for. And then in walks an applicant and you start the Q&A dialogue about that experience and it hits you. This person has 10 years of experience on paper, but in talking to them, it's more like they've had 1 year of experience 10 times over. They did the same thing for 10 years, but nothing really changed or improved over that time. You ask, what significant lessons have you learned? And you get the blank stare. Don't get me wrong, we can learn from experience, but we don't necessarily or automatically learn just because we have experience. But what's the difference? I tell you, the difference is reflection. We don't learn from having experiences. We learn from reflecting on those experiences, from thinking about them, from asking pointed questions about the experience. What did we expect to happen? What actually happened? Why did that happen? Why didn't we get what we expected? What could we do different next time? This is pretty basic if you stop and think about it, but that's the problem. How often do we stop and think about our experiences? What did you experience yesterday, for example? Have you stopped to reflect on it? Have you asked yourself those basic reflective questions? What did I expect to happen? What actually happened? Why? What can I do different next time? As a coach, these are some of the questions I use to help leaders learn and grow. With regular check-ins, I can ask leaders these basic reflection questions, and we usually end up asking that why question over and over, and the result is almost always the same. Great insights, aha moments that would have been missed had we not taken time to reflect on what happened and ask why. So let me encourage you, don't just go through your life having experiences. Learn from what happens. And no, learning won't happen automatically just because you're experiencing something. You have to take the time to reflect, to think, to interrogate that experience if you really want to learn and grow. So, what about you? Are you getting years of experience filled with learning and growth? Or are you getting the same first year of experiences over and over? Don't miss the growth opportunity of learning from experience. Build a little time in your schedule each day for reflection, to interrogate the experiences you've had, ask those probing questions, think about the answers, and capture the learning. Even more rich if you can do it with another person who will challenge your answers and ask you even more probing questions. Then There will be truth in the wow when people hear of your years of experience, because you really will have learned a tremendous amount from the experiences you've had. So remember, we don't learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on those experiences. Add a little time for reflection to your day each day, and you'll be blessed with learning and growth.
Hey, I'm Lars,
And I'm Larry.
and we wanted to invite you to subscribe down below, and you can get more videos like the one you just finished watching and other things that we're creating like blog posts and other value-adding content.
Yeah, I launched Improving Leaders after a decade of leadership consulting as a new focus for my business.
And we're calling it a learning community because that's really what it is. And to do that, we need people like you to be part of it.
Yeah, a learning community where we're all learning from each other, not just experts sharing ideas to be consumed.
And so those things that we're learning from each other might be experiments and problem solving, and all of these things we're hoping will add value to each other.
And these videos, they're just an entry point into that community, something we hope adds value to you.
So the invitation, join us, be part of it, begin adding value to other people by clicking that subscribe button. That's just your first visit. Maybe you go to our website, improvingleaders.org, and you find out more.
Thanks for watching.